Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Here with us today is Jenny Wilson, Executive Director of Concho Valley Paws. Jenny, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing good. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a really exciting day. It's an exciting time for you guys. First of all, I see that you're in your new adoption center. That's exciting.
We are, and we're loving it. We just moved in about a week ago, and things have been just phenomenal. So nice to have the space, and we can social distance, and we got the play yards for the dogs. So it's been wonderful.
Now, you are here to talk about Clear the Shelters. It's an event that you hold every year in partnership with us. We do it together, and it's just a really great event to get those animals that are at the shelter adopted out to some families. Let's talk a little bit more about the purpose behind Clear the Shelters.
Well, Clear the Shelter, I think we've been doing it since 2015 with KSAN, and it's been phenomenal. It helps bring awareness to how many animals that we have in our community that need homes. And it also just, because we normally do reduced fees or free events, it removes barriers for some people to be able to adopt. So, but the awareness that it raises for us is amazing, because a lot of people don't realize what incredible and neat dogs there are in the shelter, and even purebreds and puppies end up in the shelter. So it's been a big successful event for us each year, and COVID-19 is going to change how we do it a little bit, but I think we're expecting it to still be successful.
Now, how usually whenever I remember last year Clear the Shelters was, you had a few days leading up to the actual day that the event took place on. On that day, people came into the shelter, they looked at some of the animals and interacted with them. How are things going to happen this year?
So we have started doing virtual adoptions, and they have been very successful. And so we are going to continue that process with Clear the Shelter. We're just going to increase the number of virtual adoptions that we're doing and how many animals we're showcasing. It's been really great because we're doing them live, so people can ask questions and see how the animals interact with our staff. Our staff has all the information on each pet that they talk about, so we really get to showcase them and show them in a very natural setting. We have them outside in our play yard, so we're trying to get really get who they are instead of just the sad pictures from inside the shelter. And so that's what we're doing with Clear the Shelter, except instead of just doing it once a week, we're going to do it all month long during the month of August.
Very exciting. Now, let's talk a little bit about the adoption process and what that looks like for families.
So COVID-19 has made it very difficult for us to do any kind of socialization at the shelter. And so what we're doing is we pretty much have streamlined everything, so it is a online process. You fill out the application, one of our adoption staff will call you, do an interview over the phone, and then we set up a time for you to come out and meet the pet and take the pet home for 72 hours. So you get to have that socialization time in the comfort of your home. And that's actually been going very, very well. And you get to see who that animal is before you make your final commitment to adopt. And then at the end of that 72 hours, it's either the right fit for you or it's not. No harm, no foul. If we need to keep looking, we will. If not, we'll finalize adoption papers.
And the great thing is that I remember last year, I somehow ended up taking the dog home with me during Clear the Shelters. But it was great working with you guys because you really made sure that, you found the right pet for your family and that they were suited for your family. So that was wonderful. You can't just choose an animal and take it home with you. You really have to go through and think about whether they're going to be a good fit for your home.
Right. And sometimes you'll walk through the shelter and you'll make that connection, but so much of it is what's going to be right for you. An 80-pound dog is not going to be the right fit for either the dog or the pet if it's an apartment dweller, especially if it's a young puppy. So we try to take all those things into consideration so that it will be a successful adoption and that the adopter and the pet will be happy in the environment.
Now, I hear some friends behind you right now in the background. So we've got a few pets that we're going to be showcasing today. Who do we have joining us?
We have several. Are you ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, let's get down. We'll start with Tori. Let me go ahead and switch the camera around. And so these are the play yards at our new location. Aren't they amazing?
Yes.
We've got AstroTurf so we can disinfect and sanitize, and the dogs just love it. So this is Tori. Tori, tell them who you have and speak as loud as you can since we're on Zoom.
Not a problem. So this is Ellis. Ellis has come to the shelter on the 20th as a stray. And because he didn't have a microchip or a tag, he is now available for adoption today. He is a sweet boy. He loves to play. He's been smiles and grins since we brought him out to this play yard. And that's just something we've really noticed with these, with all the pets that we come and socialize here. Their demeanor is just amazing. They're happy. They're smiling. And he is up and available for adoption. So if you're looking for a little guy, he's a Chihuahua mix. He is male, but like I said, he is a sweet boy. So if you are looking to adopt him, please fill out an adoption interview on our website, and one of our amazing adoption specialists will reach out to you and set up that adoption appointment to come see us.
So were you able to catch all that audio?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So just to kind of recap, this is Ellis.
Ellis.
And I think he's like a Jack Russell Terrier Chihuahua mix, but super good, cute. And this is a great size for an apartment or someone who's wanting a small dog.
He's got beautiful markings too.
So if anyone's interested in Ellis, they just go to online at cvpaws.org, fill out our adoption application, and then Tori or one of our adoption staff will give them a call, do an interview, and you can take Ellis home for the weekend and make sure that he's the right fit.
Oh, he looks like such a happy little pup.
All right, let's go over to the next two we've got next door.
Those play yards are a really good size. Definitely a great change from what you used to have previously at your other location.
Now we didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So this is wonderful. Okay, so this is Haley. Haley, speak as loud as you can and tell us who you've got here.
This is Buxton. He's a rat terrier mix. He's about 1 year old. He weighs around 12 pounds.
So this is Buxton, and he's a doll. So he's another small one, about 12 pounds. So he's ready to go to a forever home. They're young and playful. And if you know anything about these terriers, they're super, super smart. I'll call him over there and see if I can get a good picture of his face. Here we go.
Jenny, is he going to grow any more than he is now?
No, both him and Ellis are full grown. So this is as big as they're going to get.
So he would also be a good option for an apartment or a small.
Absolutely. Yeah. And these that the terrier family, they're great to train and teach tricks and make them little show dogs.
He's adorable. He looks like he's got a lot of energy too. A lot of love to give for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Jack Russell Terriers and the Rat Terrier mixes. You know, they do have a lot of energy, but they're very intelligent. So it takes someone who wants to train them and really spend time with them for it to be the right fit. But they're good dogs.
Yes.
Okay. Grab Buxton. I'm going to go next door. You got him? Yeah. Oops. Can you get her? And unhook that leash. We had a gate malfunction here. Okay. All right. So, Tristan, tell us about who you have here.
I have Nala.
You might get close to her so we can get you both in the frame. Okay.
Have Nala. She is 3 years old, and she's a sweet dog. She's just really loving.
And so Nala is a pit mix. And come here. Come over here so we can show your pretty face. Extreme close up there. So this is Nala. So she's a female, and again, everybody that we're showcasing today is free. We have every indication that they're all pretty much dog friendly. And Nala's been here a while, hasn't she?
Yes, she has.
Nala, come here.
So she's ready for her forever home.
Yes, she is. Yes, come here. Here, let's get your pretty face. See if he'll cooperate. There we go. So this is Nala. So she's a pit mix female. How old did you say, Tristan?
3 years old.
About 3 years old.
3 years old. She's still young.
Yes, yes. So she is ready to find her forever home.
Now, how big is Nala?
Nala weighs about 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds.
56 pounds.
Oh, 56. I was way off.
Yeah.
Okay, I was way off. She doesn't look that big. But she's a pretty girl.
She is
All right.
pretty. She's just excited to be outside. Oh.
Holly, can you move yours over there?
Just the right time.
This is the timing. We're so sorry about that.
No worries.
Never a dull moment here.
No.
So this is Holly. And so the last two that you saw, those are our junior interns here helping us for the summer, and they're doing a great job.
Alma,
come on. This is Alma.
Hi, sweetie. Hi.
Oh.
Get her back in the frame.
Come here, honey. Hey.
Come here, what do you have? Hold on just a second. She's wanting to check everything out.
Yeah, she's just
There we
excited to be out.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's tell us about this one.
Okay, so this is Alma. She's a Bloodhound mix. I love her. She's so sweet. She's a good size. She's like a solid medium, so she'd be great for inside, outside. An all over sweet dog. She's got a really sweet personality. I've never seen her have any aggression towards any other dogs. In fact, we did a dog test with her and another shelter dog. They did wonderful. They're like best friends forever. So, yes.
And so that's something we tell people that, you know, when we see them interact, we tell them what that interaction is like. But it also depends on the other dog. So that's why we did a 72-hour trial, is to make sure that your dog is going to be accepting of a new dog you bring into the house. But yeah, she's proven to be pretty well socialized. Have you had her around cats?
I haven't had any issues with her around cats. As we walk out, there's always cats everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
She hasn't tried to go after any cats or anything like that. She has been here since January, and she's about 1.5 years, close to 2 years old. So she's
She has that energy.
so affectionate. She's the greatest dog. I love her.
And so, like Holly said, all these dogs have been around cats a little bit, so we get to see if they're really going to go after them or if they're just interested, because we have a large maintained colony here at our shelter, feral colony. So, all right, so this is Alma.
Alma.
And she's available for free. So if anyone's interested in her, go to cdpaws.org, fill out the application. Holly will give you a call, go through the interview process, and set up a time for you to take her home for the weekend.
Oh, she looks so happy. Oh.
All right. So now we're going to go over here and see who Chastity has.
So Jenny, how many play yards do you have at your new adoption center?
We have 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah. And the neat thing is we've got the large one can be divided up into more if we need to. But if they're not quite finished, as you can see, we don't have the shades up yet. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I had a call trying to come in. We don't have the shades up yet, but we're getting sunshades put up.
Okay.
So they can still get some sunlight, but it's not the harsh.
Right.
Okay. Who do you have here, Chastity?
This is Burke. Burke is a female. She's 11 months. She's very, very scared in her kennel. She loves being outside. So once I put her back in her kennel, she just goes back to being really, really sad.
Aww.
Yeah.
And what kind of dog is Burke?
She is a terrier mix.
Come here, Burke, so we can see her pretty face.
And that's as big as she's gonna get. She's very small, like medium size.
So how much do you think she weighs?
For like 30 pounds.
About 30
pounds.
pounds.
Yeah.
She's like the perfect size, I think. You know,
she's
like in between.
She really is. And she's very, very sweet.
And she's got a pretty face.
Yes.
So again, like the others, she's free to adopt, and that free adoption includes their spay, neuter, vaccinations, their microchip. We do a collar and a tag, and for these virtual events, we also include a free bag of food.
Wow.
So, all right, and then Holly's got another one. Can you grab Burke so I can? Yeah. All right, Holly, tell us about this one.
This pretty guy, his name is Prince. He is some kind of a shepherd mix. He's pretty bite-sized too. He's perfect. Probably about 35, 40 pounds maybe. He's been here since, again, January. I try to pick some of the ones that have been here for the longest so we can get him some exposure. He came in with a brother who looks just like him. His name is Kodak. They do really well together. They do really well separate. So if you're thinking about take one, take both. Really good dog. Is good with other dogs. I've had him around many other dogs, and he's great. So, I mean, I don't want to say he's great with every dog, but, you know, definitely a better shot. Hey,
he hasn't given us any indication that he
No, not ever. Not one time. Cuddle bug. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
He's about 1.5 years.
He just wants to be a lap dog.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. This is it.
All right. So these are the ones that we've showcased for today. So everyone that we showed you is free to adopt. That includes the spay-neuter vaccination, the microchip, a collar with an ID tag, and a bag of food. And these guys are free till next Thursday when we will showcase some more. And then starting in August, we're going to have, as we start doing Clear the Shelter events, we're going to have even more animals showcased throughout the week. So, but yeah, our adoption process has changed. So fill out everything online. Then we'll give you a call and do the interview. And then you can come pick up one of these babies and take them home for the weekend and make sure it's a good fit.
And that website is cvpaws.org?
Yes, ma'am. And in addition to all of the applications and everything being there, you can see photos of all of the adopted pets on there, the ones at the shelter and the ones in foster care.
Jenny, how many pets do you have at the shelter right now?
There's over 200 dogs at the shelter and about 160 cats.
Wow, so lots of animals that are looking for their forever homes.
Always.
Definitely
yes.
a good time to adopt if you feel that it's the right time for your family. How many pets do you remember were adopted out last year?
We did over 100 last year. I can't remember the exact number, but anytime we get in the triple digits, we're thrilled with that success. So because we're doing this a month-long event, I think we'll be very successful. I'm looking very forward to it.
And you know, you and I had talked before, you know, just because COVID-19 is happening doesn't mean that there aren't any pets coming into the shelter. So you're always looking for individuals who are interested in adopting pets.
And fostering. This has been a really scary time for us because at first we thought, you got out of the shot. Everybody was looking at you. At first we were afraid that, you know, we would lose adoptions and the intake would continue to creep up. And intake has stayed steady, but so has adoptions, which has been phenomenal because that way we've kept our no-kill initiative alive. Our live release rate was over 80% last month, which is amazing. So really the only thing that we're losing to euthanasia at the shelter is when we get these tiny, tiny kittens and puppies in that are not thriving and very sick. So, but aside from that, everybody's getting a chance at being adopted. And we do treat as much as we can, but when they stop responding to treatment, we have to make a decision sometimes. But yeah, this is, the San Angelo has really stepped up even during COVID-19. And it's actually a great time to adopt because you get to spend all this extra time bonding with them. And and you know, pets are healthy. They help reduce stress and anxiety, and they reduce blood pressure. And I think we all need that right now during COVID-19 with all the kids home.
Absolutely. Now, Jenny, you know, now would be, you know, it's always a good time to adopt if you feel that it's the right time for you and your family. What about for those individuals who maybe, you know, they can't adopt right now but want to help? What can they do?
Well, right now we don't have a lot of volunteer activities going on because of COVID-19, but we're always looking for people who want to foster or who want to make an appointment to come and interact with the dogs and socialize with them because the dogs need that. It gets them out of the shelter, gets them some fresh air. It helps us keep them healthier. So we're always looking for that as well. And we're hoping, you know, that August will bring some good news and we'll start seeing this curve settle. So we can start having some more volunteer activities.
Okay, perfect. Once again, everyone, Clear the Shelters will be happening throughout the month of August until August 22nd. The animals that are going to be showcased there at PAWS will be completely free. They come with spay, neuter, microchip, ID tag. What else? What else did you say, Jenny?
Vaccinations, collar, leash, and a bag of dog food.
All right, what more could you ask for? Now, once again, the animals that we showcased this morning will be available for free adoption until next Thursday. So go ahead and go to cvpaws.org to fill out an application if you are interested in any of them. Thank you to our sponsors, Jim Bass Ford and Kent Elliott Roofing, for helping us out with this event. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us and letting us meet all of these wonderful pups who we met today.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much, because it truly helps to get these guys some exposure.
And we'll be doing a couple of these throughout the Clear the Shelters event. So stay tuned on our pages to make sure and you meet all these animals that are going to be featured, because there's many of them who would love their forever home. Jenny, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.